Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Vishnavad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotar Shri Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charanar with the Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्री श्री राधा कुंज बिहारी भगवान की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माता की श्री श्री गौर निताय की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, chapter entitled Prayers by Queen Kunti. Text 19. Maya Javanika Channam Maya Javanika Channam Ajna Agnya Dokshajam Avyayam Agnya Dokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshase Mudha Drishya Na Lakshase Mudha Drishya Nato Natya Dharo Yatha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha Maya Javanika Channam Agnya Dhokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshayase Mudha Drisha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha. Please recite. Maya Javanika Channam Agnya Dhokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshase Mudha Drisha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha. Word to word meaning Maya, deluding, Javanika, curtain, Achannam, covered by, Agnya, ignorant, Adhokshajam, beyond the range of material conception, transcendental, Avyayam, irreproachable, Na, not, Lakshase, observed, Mooladrisha, by the foolish observer, Nataha, artist, Natyadharaha, dressed as a player, Yatha, as. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Purport. Very interesting purport. One of the most interesting section of Srimad Bhagavatam, these prayers. It is a long purport, more than a page. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna affirms that less intelligent persons mistake him to be an ordinary man like us, and thus they deride him. The same is confirmed herein by Queen Kunti. The less intelligent persons are those who rebel against the authority of the Lord. Such persons are known as asuras. The asuras cannot recognize the Lord's authority. When the Lord Himself appears amongst us as Rama, Narsimha, Varaha, or in his original form as Krishna, he performs many wonderful acts which are humanly impossible. As we shall find in the 10th canto of this great literature, Lord Sri Krishna exhibited his humanly impossible activities even from the days of his lying on the lap of his mother. He killed Putana. He killed Putana witch, although she smeared her breast with poison just to kill the Lord. The Lord sucked her breast like a natural baby, and he sucked out her very life also. Similarly, he lifted the Govardhan hill, just as a boy picks up a frog's umbrella, and stood several days continuously just to give protection to the residents of Vrindavan. These are some of the superhuman activities of the Lord described in authoritative Vedic literatures like the Puranas, Itihasas, histories, and Upanishads. He has delivered wonderful instructions in the shape of the Bhagavad Gita. He has shown marvelous capacities as a hero. Maybe probably we can reduce a little bit volume. It's echoing. He has delivered wonderful instruction in the shape of the Bhagavad Gita. He has shown marvelous capacities as a hero, as householder, as a teacher, and as a renouncer. He is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by such authoritative personalities as Vyasa Devala Asita, Narada Madhva Shankara, Ramanuja, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and all other authorities of the line. He himself has declared as much in many places of the authentic literature. And yet, there's a class of men with demoniac mentality who are always reluctant to accept the Lord as the supreme absolute truth. This is partially due to their poor fund of knowledge, and in the past and present, sorry. This is partially due to their poor fund of knowledge and partially due to their stubborn obstinacy, which result from various misdeeds in the past and present. Such person could not recognize Lord Sri Krishna even when he was present before them. Another difficulty is that those who depend more on their imperfect senses cannot realize him as the Supreme Lord. Such persons are like modern scientists. They want to know everything by their experimental knowledge, but it is not possible to know the Supreme Person by imperfect experimental knowledge. He is described herein as adhokshaja or beyond the range of experimental knowledge. All our senses are imperfect. We claim to observe everything and anything, but we must admit that we can observe things under certain material conditions only, which are beyond our control, which are also beyond our control. The Lord is beyond the observation of sense perception. Queen Kunti accepts this deficiency of the conditioned soul, especially of the woman class who are less intelligent. For less intelligent men, there must be such things as temples, mosques, or churches, so that they may begin to recognize the authority of the Lord and hear about Him from the authorities in such holy places. For less intelligent men, the beginning of the spiritual life is essential, and only foolish men require the establishment of such places of worship, which are required to raise the standard of spiritual attributes for the mass of people. For less intelligent persons, bowing down before the Lord, before the authority of the Lord, as generally done in the temples, mosques, or churches, is as beneficial as it is for advanced devotees to meditate upon Him by active service. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं Shri Radha Krishna Balan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamsya Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Panchata Deshadarine Nama Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratishe Nama E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते सप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So, it's such a great fortune to come to this place. Visiting this place purifies us. And what to talk about staying in such place and attending artis and chanting and Bhagavatam class. This Fisherman Palace, very, very famous in ISKCON. Prabhupada personally bargained for this temple. He purchased this property. And devotees are telling that there is no change done in this original structure because it already, whoever had made it, maybe Krishna gave him intelligence. So, that you make it and then I'll take it. Ajagar vritti, mouse, rat or mouse, he makes the hole because he has sharp claws and teeth, so he makes the hole. The snake comes, takes the hole as his house. So Krishna's devotee, they also follow Ajagar vritti. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur always said that we should not get into all this technology. Let these less intelligent people make technology and we'll just use them. Obviously, it all belongs to Krishna. And we are legitimate children of Krishna. And there is nobody called illegitimate child of Krishna. But there are people who are rebellious, as we'll talk in this verse, that they don't surrender to the authority of Krishna. It's very interesting. This verse, Maya Javanika Channam. How Kunti Maharani, the second verse, and Prabhupada mentioned in the purport that the less intelligent persons are those who rebel against the authority of the Lord. Such persons are known as asuras. If we think logically, does it even make sense to rebel against the Lord? That doesn't make sense. I mean, you're living under shelter of someone. He's providing you food, clothing, shelter, security, everything, practically everything. And then you rebel. Where will you go? Isn't it foolishness? And that's what Prabhupada says. Such persons, less intelligent persons, they are foolish. We are just thinking logically. Krishna is Supreme Lord and I must perform bhakti, I must love Krishna. Those we'll discuss later. Logically. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur was asked that, because that time India was under the British rule. So he was asked that this government of British, they are not followers of Vedic culture. Should we follow them or should we not follow them? He said they are representatives of Krishna. They are government. We must follow them. So, a lot of clarity what we see in our acharyas and in devotees. So it doesn't make sense if I am under shelter of someone who's providing me everything and I just rebel unnecessarily and then suffer. That's what is happening. Today's world, because only reason of all suffering, we may call it haphazard development, like yesterday. Every day we are seeing in India, Uttarakhand, Jammu, Himachal, every day cloudburst. Yesterday again there was cloudburst. Again 7-8 people died. And some are feared, trapped. They'll also die. Very few chances people will come out. So why? Then they may say, oh, it's a haphazard development. Okay, that may be a very simple things to analyze, but it is just very simple. Non-surrendered attitude of living entity towards the Supreme Lord. That's all. If a child misbehaves with father, who's the first one to punish the child? Mother. If I misbehave with my father, my mother will chastise me. If I misbehave further, maybe she'll slap me. So because we are not surrendering to Krishna, we are not taking shelter of his Krishna, we are rebelling against him, we are going against his authority. So Mother Nature is punishing. It's logical. If I am in the prison, if any country in the world, within the prison, I try to disturb other inmates. I try to disturb the jailer. I try to disturb the premises. What will happen? Government will punish me. I cannot say government is wrong. Government is right, because I am creating nuisance. So, and why did I go to prison? Because I created some nuisance. So then I have been, imposed fines and put in behind the bars. It's very simple. It's logical. So then we should find out, is there any government who is bigger than these small governments? In this world, there are governments, small nations, medium-sized nations, like S and M and L and XL, double XL, so triple XL government, huge governments controlling half of the world. But there is no government who is controlling the entire world. There is no government who is able to control its own country. There is no government in the world with the most powerful advanced weapons. They are not able to control. They are not able to control the men. They are not able to control the situation of their country. So this is today's government, Kali Yuga government. Earlier, in the Vedic times, government means Yudhishthir Maharaj. Nobody will rebel against him. Nature will support Yudhishthir Maharaj. Forget about people. There will be no untimely rains. There will be no hurricanes, no tornadoes, no earthquake, no volcanoes eruption. Nature will support. Because Yudhishthir Maharaj was surrendered to Krishna, so nature is supporting Yudhishthir Maharaj. All the elements of nature will harass us if we do not surrender to Krishna. The moment we surrender to Krishna, all the same elements which were harassing us now will provide us all the facilities. It's just logical. So, tell me, is there any government in the world who is able to control all the population? No. There are revolts. Is there any government who is able to control the natural disasters? No. They're not able to control the wind. They're not able to control the earth. They're not able to control the water. They think they are governments. No government in the world. So the intelligent man will try to find out, is there any government beyond these governments? So there are powerful demigods. But they have departments. Sun has department, Indra has department, Brahma has department. They have departments. And nobody can interfere other department. Nobody can control other department. So then an intelligent person will think, okay, let me find out, is there a bigger government than these powerful demigods also who are controlling the nature? But are they controlled by someone? Yes. So then eventually we reach to Lord Krishna, who's the ultimate government and who's controlling everything. And nothing is beyond his control. Nobody can revolt against him. Yes, some people in this world may talk against Krishna, but they are not able to do anything against him. They are not able to disturb him. And just by one blink of an eye, he will send maybe some hurricane, some tornado, some storm, and finish. Everything is finished. So this is very simple logical thing what Kunti Maharani is saying. Then, how to find out whether Krishna is God, Krishna is the supreme government, Krishna is the supreme control? Prabhupada talks about that. Look at his activities. He was only 6 days old and he killed Putana just by sucking her breast. What was the height of Putana? 12 miles. She was 12 miles long. If we go 12 miles like this, we may reach to another country. So that's how her height. Then so many demons he killed, but then Prabhupada gives the example of Govardhan Leela. We have Srinath ji. You see his left hand is like this. The lifter of Govardhan Hill. 7 years old. We are much more than 7 years. Is there anyone who can just hold even a kartal like this? Chalo, forget about kartal. Kartal is slippery. Just hold your hand like this for 7 days. Just only hold hand like this. And it will never come again down. We cannot hold like this 7 days also. It's difficult. It's impossible actually. So then we find out, but then we know that Hiranyakashipu also performed austerities. He stood for 100 celestial years, which is like 36,000 manly years. So he can also perform. So if Krishna could perform something, then there are demons who could perform. Then why Hiranyakashipu is not Supreme Lord and why Krishna is Supreme Lord? Okay, so bring them in one room and the decision will be made. And it happened. They came in one room. And Hiranyakashipu, because of the boons of Lord Brahma, see, he became powerful by austerity. Krishna did not become powerful by austerity. Krishna is already powerful. Then Hiranyakashipu received boons from Brahma. Krishna did not receive boons from anyone. He does not have to. Nobody can give. Krishna gives the boons. And the third thing, when Hiranyakashipu, Lord Narsingadev appeared in the palace of Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu was like, okay, let's fight. Come on, you want to challenge me? Come on. Hiranyakashipu got his boxing gloves ready. He started fighting. So Lord Narsinga, for some time he played. He played with him. Then dragged him outside the room, on the edge of the room. And Hiranyakashipu said, no, I don't want to go. And then what happened? Hiranyakashipu has this disease in his heart. And Narsingadev opened his entire body and finished. So, who is Supreme Lord? Even Brahma, even Lord Shiva, they also say that the Supreme Lord is Krishna. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnur aradhananam param. Lord Shiva is telling to Parvati that of all the worships, the greatest worship is of Lord Vishnu, because he is the Supreme Lord. So this is how it proves. There are so many more ways to prove. Then about superhuman activities, and then Prabhupada quotes that authority is also accepted. How much stress Prabhupada laid on authorities. Like we say, this scientist is saying, this must be true because Isaac Newton said that. This must be true because Albert Einstein said that. The big names in the industry. If Elon Musk says something, it has a weight. The big man. If head of the nation, of any nation, head of any nation says something, it has weightage. We are common people. Our talk may not have so much weightage. So that's why Prabhupada is saying, Prabhupada is quoting, with Arjuna quoted, Vyasadev, Devala, Sita Narada, Madhva, Shankara, Ramanuja, Srimad, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jeev Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, all of these great acharyas, the heavyweights, the gurus, they have accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How does it make sense to go and again do a research? How many of you use mobile phones? Everyone. How many of you have actually invented mobile phone? You have not. So why don't you invent your own mobile phone? Why are you using iPhone or Android or the other phones? Invent your own mobile phones. We are wearing clothes not made by us. I'm wearing this garland made by someone else. I did not make it. We are using this microphone. Someone else made it. Everything. Then when I have to accept Krishna as Supreme Lord, why shall I accept Vyasadeva? Why shall I accept Lord Shiva? Why shall I accept Brahma? I will find out. Then Krishna says, Mudha. And Prabhupada very beautifully translated this word Mudha in English as a rascal. And then Prabhupada talks about such scientists. who want to check everything with their experiment. What can you check? Even if I say, how many devotees are sitting here? So I said, okay, 10 devotees, 20 devotees. Why? Because I am allowed to see only in that range. There might be devotees who are not fitting in that visual range. Do we have some devotees like that? Might be possible. Some places you go, you see only 5 people, but there are 2 more. You don't want them in your room or in your house. Do you want such people who are not visible? But they are existing. They are existing. We are not able to see them. Even in schools, we read that we cannot see ultraviolet rays, we cannot see X-rays. Visible range is very small. Even hearing, we can hear only from 20 decibels to 20,000 decibels, or 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. But there are species who can hear beyond 20,000 hertz or less than 20 hertz. They can see. We are not able to. They can smell. See, dogs are powerful. They can smell. Yesterday we were in New Vrindavan and I saw this ground hawk. We don't see much in India because different culture. And just roaming around is looking for food. People used to feed. And then I heard that, 2 dangers. 2 things which make him dangerous. And his claws are very sharp and I saw very pointed like arrows. He can dug the ground, make the hole. Imagine he starts digging my feet. Bones will be visible in a short time. Then second, they carry rabies in their mouth. So they have the potency. Do we have claws? Can we dig earth with our fingers? Dogs have some power. So we see humans are so limited, so limited. Eagles can soar high. They can go like plane goes, almost 12 kilometers. 40,000 feet they can fly. Planes, Boeing 787, Dreamliner. Every species has been given some special quality. A human being is just ordinary. So how can an ordinary person see something which is extraordinary? I'm not a diamond merchant. I do not have any idea about diamond. So if someone gives me a piece of glass and he says diamond, I have to accept because I don't know. Or I will have to go to some laboratory to check. Everyone knows their blood group. Have you tested at home? Can you just prick and take blood and see, okay, it looks like AB positive. Or maybe taste it, no, it's maybe O negative. Now you have to depend on machines. So Prabhupada is trying to prove the point that if you are limited, how can you judge who's unlimited? Okay, you can be honest and you can say, okay, I do not know. Take a humble stand. Humility always saves you from becoming infamous. Just be humble. Okay, I don't know. Maybe there is God. I don't know. I haven't seen. Okay, then we'll see. We'll show you. But you cannot just say there is no God. People, they proclaim on the microphone. They say there is no God. Have you seen everything in the creation? You are such a limited person. How do you know what is unlimited? Stephen Hawking, the scientist who died few years ago, he used to say there is no God. And where is Stephen Hawking's now? So, Einstein accepted there is God. Isaac Newton accepted. Genuine people, gentlemen. If you do not accept, it's okay. Maybe you can say, I don't know. And I'm not expert in this matter. Like if someone has to build dig a well. So I don't know how do you do in US, in India, they find out. There are experts. They'll find out that where is the water, and then they'll tell you dig here. There are systems, Vedic systems. Maybe here also there are some meters to gauge where the water is, and then you dig and you get the water. So he's an expert, so go to expert. If I'm not expert, why shall I poke my nose in that? So take a humble stand. I'm not expert with understanding of God, so I don't know. But you cannot say that God does not exist as if you have seen everything. Sometimes some people say, nowadays this culture is there. Oh, I'm an atheist. Everywhere in the world, even in India, I'm atheist. I don't believe in God. But when you are in pain, why you say, oh God? Why do you call him? Save me, save me. Why are you looking up? Who's there up? Your grandfather sitting? There is no one called atheist in the world. It's just they're lazy people. They're ignorant people. They're rebellious people who don't want to come and bow down and serve God. So they say, I'm an atheist. They are in pain. Then they'll call out, oh Jesus, protect us. So this has become a trend, and very, very alarming trend. It's not good. Nowadays anyone, because technology and freedom of speech does not mean you speak anything. Government has given you freedom of speech, very nice. That does not mean I speak anything what I like. Someone wrote an article like, sometimes these scientists, astronauts, they say Pluto is a planet, and sometimes they say Pluto is not a planet, and there's discussion going on from last 50 years. Sometimes they say no, Pluto is a planet. Sometimes they say Pluto is not a planet. So some intelligent person wrote an article. He said, while on the earth, brainy people, quote unquote, brainy people are discussing whether Pluto is planet or not, but Pluto is not affected by you giving him a tag of planet or no planet. He is not affected. It's doing its duty, it's revolving whatever it has to do. If I say sun is moon, so what does it make difference? How does it make difference? So, you talking about Pluto as if you have gone there. So much authority they talk. Just because you have seen, what have you seen? You have made a telescope, very powerful telescope. My senses are perfect. Prabhupada talks about imperfect senses. My visibility range is limited. My hearing range is limited. My smelling range is limited. If I take shower with hot water, really hot water, steamy hot water, and then I put my hand in cold water, I do not appear immediately cold. So skin sensitivity also has limitation. So all my senses are limited. With those limited senses, I have come up with the concept of telescope. I built a telescope. And now after getting the telescope, with those limited senses, I am observing what is in the universe. Can I observe everything? No, I can only observe what my range is allowing me. So then how can I comment? Now here, Queen Kunti is saying, Krishna has covered himself. Huh? That's all Maya Javanika, being beyond the range of limited sense perception. If my sense perception is limited, I can only perceive through my senses very limited things, and Krishna has covered himself and is beyond this limited sense perception, then how can I say God is not existing? God does not exist. That will be very foolish to say that. So that's how people are challenging. There is no God, there is no God, there is no God. One earthquake, one tsunami, everyone, oh God, please save us, God, please save us. They don't call out for their mother or father, they call out for God. Because they understand that nobody can save them except God. So this, why it happens? Why some people are so rebellious? Prabhupada gives this example. This is partially due to their poor fund of knowledge. I don't have knowledge. So, to learn about something or to gain knowledge about something, to educate yourself, what we need is humility. How many of us have gone to school? Everyone. Why? Because we need to learn and we need teacher. Maybe someone has done homeschooling, so mother becomes teacher or there is a teacher. So such small things like alphabets and numbers, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 and A, B, C, D, such simple things, for that to learn, we have to go to school, we have to go to someone. And then I am talking about God without learning about Him. So that's poor fund of knowledge. Second, partially due to stubborn obstinacy. People are very stubborn. And they don't want to accept the authority of God. Why? They think if I accept the authority of God, then I will have to become a servant. But we are already a servant. Mame vamsha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatan. And there is no harm in becoming servant of such a master. We are already servants. A husband is servant to his wife. A wife is servant to her husband. Parents are servant to children, and children are servant to parents. A businessman is servant to the customer. And employee is servant to his manager. And every one of us are servant of the government. So we are already servant. Someone may keep pets in their house, so they are serving pets. So they are their servant. So there is no harm. But when we become servant of Krishna, when we become devotee of Krishna, that is different kind of servitude. Not like this. Master is amazing personality. Most loving person is Krishna. He is our master. We definitely want. In this world also we have seen, if a wife is very chaste and very devoted to the husband and always ready to serve the husband, she has accepted the role of servant. Husband is sold out to her. He gives all his time, all his money, all his attention to the wife because she is subordinate. She has accepted the role. So when we become subordinate and accept the role of a servant and we serve Krishna, then Krishna actually becomes controlled by devotees. Krishna completely becomes controlled by devotees. So many examples. So what is harm? Krishna is not like master which we have seen in this world. And then, which result, why this stubborn obstinacy which result from misdeeds? See, people are engaged in irreligious activities, impious activities, and they disturb others, they harm others, like killing of animals. So when someone is engaged into such an act, Krishna covers himself. Maya Javanika Channam. Krishna covers. And these fellows, these people cannot see Krishna. And it's very difficult for them to understand Krishna. So that is why devotees, they go out and preach and distribute books, try to give them mercy. When they get mercy of devotees, then Krishna will remove the veil, remove the covering. And then one more reason is there. Another difficulty is that those who depend more on their imperfect senses. This we discussed. Imperfect senses. So three reasons Prabhupada says. One is a poor fund of knowledge. Second is stubborn, obstinate. And third is dependent too much on their, because of their own false ego. I think my senses are perfect and I am perfect and I can see everything. So these are the three reasons. But here Queen Kunti, she accepts the deficiency of the conditioned soul. We are all conditioned souls. That's why humility is very important. Okay, I accept. I am conditioned soul. Sri Prabhupada, in third canto, he writes, human beings cannot even control their bowel movements. And they claim that they are perfect. If I bring something some substance which will cause sneezing, and I put near your like red pepper. If I bring that crushed red pepper and just keep near your nose, you'll start sneezing like anything. We cannot control our sneezing. We cannot control the blinking of our eyes. How long we will not blink our eyes? We cannot control our sleep. Don't sleep for 24 hours. See what happens. We will go mad. We will go mad. We cannot control our cholesterol. We have to depend on others. We cannot control our heartbeat. We cannot control our diabetes or blood pressure. And we want to control everything else. That doesn't make sense. So become humble. If some people they do not accept that they have disease. Say someone is diabetic, accept it. No, you have a diabetes, accept it, and go for treatment. No, I don't have diabetes. I don't believe in doctors. They all speak nonsense. I'll eat sweet. I'm not dying. Then why you want to do that? If doctor has already diagnosed and told you are diabetic, so just take care and live long, live healthy. If you have been detected by cancer just by saying that I do not have cancer, the cancer will not go away. It is there. So better you take help from a doctor, a specialist, and cure. So similarly, I am suffering due to my mind, due to my body. I am suffering in this world. So I go to a person, accept, become humble, go to a person like Srila Prabhupada, read his books, go to devotees, and then Accept that, yes, I have disease. Please cure me. And then devotees will give you this method, which is bhakti. That's how we have been introduced. They told us, okay, you chant. They told us, you read Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavatam, hear lectures, associate with devotees, come to temple, take part in the festivals, eat prasad. And we did that. And we are happy now. We want to further increase our happiness, so we are continuing the process. So humility is not something that you have to only accept in few areas. No, it's only logical. It's a common sense. Become humble, you gain more. If you just don't become humble, then you lose. You cannot even make friends. Sometimes people, they gain some money, they gain some power, and they're like throwing tantrums, throwing attitude everywhere. Oh, I'm powerful. Then you lose friends, and you create more enemies. So better to gain friends. In the common world outside also we see this. So why not to become humble in front of the Supreme Master, the Supreme Lord Krishna and his pure devotees, actually Prabhupada and others. I accept it, be happy. What is Krishna wanting? We all become happy, materially and spiritually. If someone like Supreme Lord, he takes out time from his busy schedule. Every small man is busy in this world. Imagine the president of any country, how busy he will be. He is the president of the entire creation, and he has not been elected by votes. He is the president. And he takes out time from his busy schedule. And he comes here and he tells us how you all can become materially happy and spiritually happy and attain liberation. He takes out time. Why shall I not follow? And the moment I accept, yes, my dear Lord, I do not know you. I still do not know you. But I accept whatever you say. Then Krishna will gradually, remove the veil, the covering, and then you can see Krishna. So tomorrow we are celebrating Radha Ashtami. The dearmost devotee, the topmost devotee of Krishna is Srimati Radharani. She is devotee also, she is God also. So we pray to her that how she is engaged in non-stop service, we also get some service to her beloved Krishna. Krishna belongs to her. Krishna is her property. So we have to beg to Srimati Radharani to allow her to do some service. Some service. And that will make us happy. Anyone who has served Krishna by any capacity, by chanting, by reading, by attending festivals, by donating, any capacity, they become happy. Somehow or the other, we have to develop a relationship. We have to have a connection with Krishna. That connection is very important. Like I am using this Wi-Fi of this temple. So before I use the internet of this temple, I need to connect it. So I was given, okay, this is the Wi-Fi, this is the password, then connection happens. And now what happens? Free flow of internet is coming to my phone. So I establish connection with Krishna through devotees, and the topmost devotee is Radharani. So I pray to Radharani, then I establish connection with Krishna, and happiness will flow unlimitedly, because Krishna is Satchidanand. He is supremely happy, so the happiness will flow. So simple. So just accept this, and then tell others, please, my dear sir, please accept. Don't have this ideas, that Krishna does not exist. Don't have these ideas that you know everything. Just accept, and you will be happy. Everyone is looking for happiness. Just by accepting Krishna consciousness, all the people in the world will be happy. Hare Krishna. Any comments, any questions? Okay. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।